Caitlin Clark expands legacy from WNBA star to soccer team owner. 2024 is the year that women's sports finally took center stage. This past year, Iowa native and former Hawkeye legend Caitlin Clark helped propel women's basketball to the front of everyone's mind. From college hoops to the WNBA, women's sports has always been worth watching. Now everyone knows how great it is. While the 2024 Rookie of the Year might not be getting back on the court during the off-season, she is shifting from being a baller to being in the boardroom. Caitlin Clark joining ownership group for a Midwestern NWSL team. Just like the WNBA, the National Women's Soccer League is growing. There are currently 14 teams in the NWSL. Another team that will be based in Boston is set to join the league during the 2026 season. Number 1 South Carolina women stunned by 5th-ranked UCLA 77-62, ending Gamecocks' 43-game win streak. Los Angeles AP London Jones scored 15 points, making all 5 of her three-pointers, and 5th-ranked UCLA stunned number 1 South Carolina 77-62 on Sunday, ending the Gamecocks' overall 43-game winning streak and their run of 33 consecutive road victories. The Gamecocks' 5-1 lost for the first time since April 2023, when Caitlin Clark and Iowa beat them in the NCAA Tournament National Semifinals. Tahina Paupau scored 18 points and Tessa Johnson scored 14 for the Gamecocks, whose road winning streak was third longest in Division I history. It was the first time UCLA took down a number 1 team in school history, having been 0-20 in such games. The program's previous best wins were over a couple of number 2s, Oregon in 2019 and Stanford in 2008. Alina Arnasalo added 13 points as one of 5 Bruins in double figures. UCLA 5-0 dominated from start to finish, with the Bruins' suffocating defense preventing the Gamecocks from making any sustained scoring runs. Takeaways: South Carolina, the Gamecocks trailed by double digits at halftime for the first time since December 21, 2021, against Stanford, according to ESPN. Chloe Kitts, who averages a team-leading 14 points, finished the game with 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting. UCLA, the Bruins led 43-22 at halftime. 8 different players scored and contributed to 11-0 and 7-0 runs in the first and second quarters as they shot 52 from the field. Key moment: the first quarter set the tone for a game in which the Gamecocks never led. They missed their first 9 shots and were 4 of 18 from the floor in the quarter. UCLA ran off 11 straight points to take a 20-10 lead into the second quarter. Key stats: the Bruins dominated the boards, 41-34, and held the Gamecocks well under their scoring average of 80.2 points. Up next, South Carolina travels to Florida to meet Iowa State in the Fort Myers tip-off on Thanksgiving. UCLA travels to the Rainbow Wahine Showdown in Hawaii to play UT Martin on Friday. Get poll alerts and updates on the AP Top 25 all season. Sign up here. AP College Basketball. Skip Bayless sends blunt message about Caitlin Clark turning down Unrivaled. Once the Unrivaled 3x3 Women's Basketball League's social media announcement about their November 20th club roster selection included multiple specific references to the number 22, many people within the women's basketball community believed that Indiana Fever icon Caitlin Clark's participation in Unrivaled was all but guaranteed, and would be announced on Wednesday. These fans went to sleep on Wednesday disappointed. Not only did Unrivaled's roster selection not include Clark, but an ESPN report from Wednesday afternoon wrote, "Clark will not play in the new 3-on-3 league Unrivaled in its upcoming inaugural season," a source with knowledge of the situation told ESPN. Clearly, Unrivaled's well-documented recruiting efforts to bring Clark on board this winter didn't pan out. While much of the women's basketball world is lamenting this reality, sports media personality Skip Bayless isn't offering the new league any sympathy. Good for Caitlin Clark, not playing in this new 3-on-3 league. After all the jealousy and resentment she felt last season, all the cheap shots and bullying attempts, she made a late-season run at MVP. She's the reason WNBA popularity exploded last season. She doesn't need 3-on-3, Bayless wrote on X Thursday morning. Bayless does make a compelling argument, especially considering that Clark's many endorsement deals and other forms of revenue make it so she doesn't need whatever salary Unrivaled was offering her. Even without Clark, there's still a ton of excitement around Unrivaled, which tips off in Miami on January 17. Their success this season could convince Clark to join the league in 2026.